from living in an abusive relationship to living for a higher cause. Rebekah Morales' life was changed forever after attending a Sunday morning service at Dream City Church.
Hi, my name is Rebekah, and I am a Dream City College student about to step into my third year. I'm here just to tell you a little bit of my story. So a few years ago, I was in a really toxic relationship. And honestly, most of my life, apart from being a child, I just was in and out of really toxic relationships. But this one, I was gonna get married to this guy, and we were living together, and it was just really unhealthy. And I remember one morning, I just came to a point where I just had to pack my things and go. And I look back now, and I can say that was truly the Holy Spirit just prompting me to go and saying, hey, if you don't leave now, this is going to be it for the rest of your life. And so I'm so grateful that I listened. But when I made that decision, everything else in my life kind of fell apart. I lost my apartment. I lost that relationship. It felt like a loss then. Now I understand it was really a gain, but I lost my job. And I actually ended up in the hospital, and it just really felt like everything was swept out from underneath me. And so I had to spend a lot of time just trying to find myself, find who I was, who I am. And, somewhere along the way, someone invited me to Dream City. And I remember going on my very first day, and I felt like I was at home. It was crazy. I'd never felt that feeling before, but I just instantly connected. And ministry was not a part of my plan. College was not a part of my plan. I had dropped out of college, and I was in the restaurant industry. So I had no intention of becoming a Dream City College student. But some amazing people here at the Scottsdale campus brought me in. I became a youth leader. I found just fulfillment in the Lord. I found wholeness in Him. And I was still working that other job, and then I got invited to go be a leader at our youth camp. And it was there that I got the call of ministry. And I didn't know what it looked like, I didn't know what it meant, but I knew the next right step in obedience was to just go to Dream City College. And I had to leave my full-time job and just walk in faith, trusting that God was going to provide. And He did. And so I spent a year just putting my head down and serving. And today I am a youth pastor at our Dream City Scottsdale location. And there is something so amazing about living and walking in the hope of Jesus Christ. That was something I didn't know before. I was hopeless, and now I'm living in a place where I can give hope to others and show them the hope of the Lord. And it's just truly amazing. So that's my story.
Well, I have with me Rebekah Morales. She is our Scottsdale campus's youth pastor. Rebekah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It truly is such an honor to be here.
Well, Rebekah, I love your story because not only are you a testament to what happened in your past, but now you're using your past to impact your youth group that you pastor. Tell us, how have you used your past to minister to your girls in your youth group?
Yeah, it's really just been a resource for them to show them, hey, these are the signs of what an abusive relationship looks like. Because it doesn't just happen one day out of nowhere. There's signs leading up to it. So being able to educate them on what that looks like so we can stop them before they put themselves in a situation, I think is truly the biggest tool that I have.
Absolutely. And so you were in a verbally abusive relationship.
Yes, I was. And there was one day where it turned physical. And that was the day that I decided I needed to pack my things, and I just had to go.
Wow. And so what would you say to women right now who are in abusive relationships and they feel like they just can't pack up and go?
Honestly, I believe it was my relationship with the Lord. Then I didn't know it, but I would say in that moment, you can leave. You don't have to stay. And I look back and I remember sitting in that couch after he left for work, being in that moment of hurt and just knowing that I had to leave, and you can't second guess it.
Yeah.
You have to act on that in the moment and just go, and you can't look back. That's what I would say to them is just move forward and let the past be the past.
Yeah, I think a lot of women feel like they have to change the men, and that's not on us.
It's not. It really isn't, and we feel like we need them. but we don't. We don't need them to support us, and we don't have to support them.
Especially when you find a group of people like Dream City Church
Exactly.
who will wrap their arms around you and
Yeah.
take care of you.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, in what ways did your life change when you came to Dream City Church?
My life radically changed. I knew God my whole life, but I never had a relationship with Jesus. So I came to Dream City and I was able to have a relationship with him, and that first and foremost changed everything. But being at Dream City, like you said, they wrapped me in love, and coming to the college that I'm a part of now, I was opened up to so many opportunities to be able to learn how to dream. Right? We're called Dream City, and it's not just a name. They empower you to dream, and like we said, now I'm a youth pastor, and there's so much more ahead, all because of this community and the way the Lord has worked.
So when do you graduate from Dream City College?
I have 2 years left.
2 years
Yes.
left. So what does the future hold for you?
And the future is stewarding where I'm at with these students, but also I look forward to being able to empower women and to encourage them to be able to leave those kinds of situations.
Absolutely. Now, Rebekah, what are some signs of a woman who is in an abusive relationship that we can look out for? How can we keep our eyes open for
Yeah.
different signs that people may be trying to give us?
Yeah, I think a big one is looking at their anger, how they get angry at other people, right? Because one day that anger is going to turn towards you. For me, I saw that anger in his friendships, getting angry over the littlest things and punching the countertop. And right, we think, oh, they're just angry at that situation, but one day it's going to turn to you because they don't know how to control it. So we just have to have our eyes open. So that's one of the biggest signs that I would say.
So look for little characteristics in
Yes.
people. So that's probably what you
Yes.
tell your youth girls, right? When they're
Yes.
dating. Look for the characteristics. The
Yes.
small things do matter as you're looking to date
true.
people and eventually marry them.
Exactly.
Well, if it wasn't for the church, Rebekah wouldn't have had an incredible community of people to wrap their arms around her and give her hope when she most needed it. And maybe you're in a situation in your life where you need hope. Well, Dream City's got something for you. We have every single walk of life represented, and we are ready to give you hope, love on you, and give you a community where you can find rest. So go to dreamcitychurch.us to find how you can get involved and find help today.